Adults try to explain to us why we will never see Papa, Mama, and all the people taken from the school again. They tell us that all over Rwanda, people had been taken away. The years pass, and I never stop thinking about Papa and Mama and all the people we lost. I was 11 years old when the genocide against the Tutsi started in April 1994. My family and I lived in the southern part of the country in a place called Kabgayi. It's a very established Roman Catholic center, established in 1905. And my two parents were teachers. And when genocide started, we fled to one of the schools in Kabgayi, College Saint Joseph. This is where my dad taught. He was a teacher of modern languages and geography. Most of the buildings in Kabgayi hosted many Tutsi refugees. Back then, over 50,000 people took refuge there. We were controlled by the government forces, and no one could escape. We were hoping to be saved because the school belonging to the church and the big cathedral being around, we hoped that that was a safe place to be. Unfortunately, our hope was reduced to zero when government soldiers and militias would come and select people to be killed. My father was taken on April 28 alongside with other men. They were put in one room waiting for soldiers' trucks to come and pick them. His attempt to wave goodbye is the souvenir I retained from that morning. And that was the very last I saw him. They were all killed. Only one man survived. In the beginning, they would select men only, then women, young boys and girls, as instructed by the bishop, who didn't want people to be killed on the site. And so many were taken far away in places like Ngororero in the west and would be burned alive. 2 months in Kabgayi put aside the killers who were Elios threats. We were also confronted with sanitation issues, being in an overcrowded space with only few restrooms, no water, no food. So many died of hunger and different diseases. So that is what happened in Kabgayi, and very old people and young children made it on the 2nd June. Pretty much all people, mature people, had already been killed. My mom, who had survived in the aftermath of the genocide, died a few weeks later after our liberation on 2nd of June. Trying to live again in the absence of our parents and so many other extended family members was not easy. My elder sister and elder brother pretty much becoming our parents, and us trying our best we could. And beyond what we experienced in Kabgayi, the aftermath also revealed the scale of destruction that this genocide had caused. Trauma was real, and I must say that living after the genocide is, you have to reinvent a new way of living. When you haven't buried your beloved one, you always think that you will see him again. And that has been my belief in the aftermath of the genocide. But as years go by, I've come to accept that we will never see him again. Whatever you try to do, there is that hidden fear that something is behind you. Whatever you achieve, you feel like, yes, you're achieving something good in life, but is it going to be sustainable. Living in a country that is secure, that is peaceful today, having a new government that is pushing for all of us to feel included, and getting our rights and freedom to participate in our country's development has made it for us to survive. And 30 years later, life is possible. Being a memory worker for many years, I realized that there was no tailored content for children. And it is my conviction that if we have to prevent this genocide crime from happening again, young children who eventually grow up and become adults must come to the course of remembering with us early enough. They must understand the history. I also wanted to support parents who are struggling to find words. The second book was pretty much targeting adults and parents especially. It is a book that conveys or shares my story, but also my reflection on what it means to be a parent in post-genocide Rwanda, where most of us parenting in the absence of our role models. Some of us looking back, we remember our parents being killed, or on the other side, remember parents with machetes killing people. Being a father today, for me, represents hope, represents continuity, or I live with that hope that my children will have children. I will become a grandpa, and for me, that is the best revenge I can ever take against my past, my dark past. I have been to schools, played volleyball, and finally graduated from university. I think where they are, my parents are proud of me. The story of a happy child who overcomes darkness and grows up to have a good life and a happy family. That child is me.